hopefully is, I don't have all the answers, but hopefully to be some food for thought. So welcome to the call. I'm Betsy, and we're going to be talking about 3 keys to turning a lemon month into lemonade. So hopefully this will be helpful to you. And this happens to us from time to time. This is just kind of a thing. It happens in direct selling, and no matter what company you're with. Sometimes it's situational just because of life in general. Maybe it isn't even because of the month. Maybe just your own life got busy and suddenly your party calendar got away from you. But here we are in the middle of September, and we have, 2 weeks left in the month. We have exactly 14 days, if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 14 days. And maybe you're like me and you're thinking, my party calendar isn't as great as I would like it to be. And now that I mention it, maybe my October isn't where I want it to be either. Now what am I going to do? So I wanted to give you 3 things to think about that I really think will help you specifically this month to resurrect for your whole fall, actually, which is the really important component. So the first topic, so the 3 things I'm going to share with you, the first one is a long-term focus. The second one is a short-term focus. And the third one is to focus on the $99 kit, okay? So how is it that I can tell you long-term focus and short-term focus at the same time? Well, you might like this. So when I say, first of all, focus on the long-term, the long-term meaning anyone that I reach out to right now might not book for right now, but they might book for October, or they might book for November, or they might book for December. And let's face it, you're going to be really glad to have that party in October, November, or December. So if that's what you end up turning up, take it. What we do today sometimes has its greatest outcome and impact and effect in 30, 60, or 90 days from now. And so if you suddenly put the pedal to the metal and you reach out to 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, you will get parties. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you how to get close-in parties. But you will get parties, but they might not be for right now. They might be more for the 30, 60-day, or 90-day long-term time frame. But that's a good thing, because it means that you've now cracked open the door with that person and her circle of friends. And that's what you wanted to do anyway. And let's face it, you don't want to get to the middle of October and have to go through the same thing. Wouldn't it feel great, setting September aside, to get to October and go, I'm so glad I did that on September 17th and 18th. Because now I've got a really decent looking October and I can keep adding to it. And I've got a decent looking November and I can keep adding to it, okay? So a long-term focus also has to do with the concept that we've got 12 weeks till the holidays. Sorry, don't shoot me. It's a little painful for me to think about because I feel like we were just at the holidays just yesterday or the day before. And now we're heading toward Christmas and all the other holidays surrounding it and all the other gift-giving opportunities surrounding Christmas. But we basically have 12 selling weeks between now and that time, which is a little shocking. But when you think about it from the perspective of a campaign for yourself, I kind of love it in a way because I like a package. And I like to think about a little bit of a campaign for myself. How many parties do I actually want to do between now and December 18th or so, whenever our actual Christmas shopping deadline is or Christmas ordering deadline is for the company? It's probably around the 17th or 18th, somewhere in there. I don't know. So that gives us 12 weeks, maybe 13. How many parties do I want to do? Do I want to do 1 party a week between now and then on average? So I want to get 13 parties on my calendar between now and Christmas. That's great. But the cool thing is that when you start looking at it in chunks of time, like in a quarter, like a chunk of a quarter of a year, it's easier to have a longer term perspective. Because then if you're looking at it from the perspective of, I really want to earn, say, $3,000 between now and Christmas, that's probably a little over 1 party a week right there. So that's pretty good. I know what I'm going to do with that $3,000. I know how many parties I have to get on my calendar, and I can start right now. I might not get them for the next 2 weeks, although we're going to talk about that in a moment. But at the same time, I might get some double bookings for a couple weeks in October and in November, and that makes up for what I didn't get in the first 2 weeks of my 12-week campaign for myself. So there are some long-term ways of looking at this that are special for right now. You know, a lot of people like to work hard and then go end scene, right? Because you hit your goal, whatever your goal was. I like to look at it sort of in semesters, with Christmas being the end point of this whole thing, because then right after that, we get our new catalog for spring. I know we just got a new catalog, but we'll have a brand new catalog for spring 2019. And by the way, that catalog is already done. They've already got the whole thing. I had a wonderful hour-long chat with our product manager on the cruise. And she's like, yeah, the whole thing's put to bed. So that's exciting. So that's the long-term focus. The beautiful thing is that this is actually the time to be using this as a springboard. Right now is our springboard, and the harder you hit the diving board, the higher you're going to bounce. The more parties you try to book over this next week, the more parties you're going to have for the fall. So I just want to encourage you that way. This is actually a pivotal opportunity for you to look at this from a long-term perspective. So that's number one. The second, number two, short-term focus. You're like, well, you just told me all about long-term. Okay, short-term focus. How do we book parties close in? Well, think about it this way. First of all, a party with 5 guests is better than no party at all. So consider talking to a couple of people, or 10 or 20 people, about getting 5 of her girlfriends for Margarita Monday at the Mexican restaurant, or Taco Tuesday at the taco place, or Wine Down Wednesday at the wine bar, or a Thirsty Thursday, or some other TH kind of food. I don't know what it would be. I'm not sure what good food actually started. Thai Thursday, Thai food Thursday at the Thai restaurant. And Friday, you know, is TGIF, or Jewelry Makes Me Happy Hour kind of a thing. Just 5 friends. Can she get 5 friends together? You bring some platters of jewelry. You pull out they bring out some platters of food. It's kind of easy. And it's kind of amazing what'll happen over that table with just a few people. It's a ton of fun. It doesn't have to be at her house with vacuuming, cooking, and cleaning. It can be at a restaurant or some other place with just 5 friends. That can be a party, and it can be a really great one. The cool thing is that by booking those parties close in, you're going to get a booking or 2 from those parties also, from each one of those parties also. Another way to get parties close in is to talk to people about fundraisers. You can post on your Facebook wall, who needs a fundraiser for your cheerleading squad, or your dance team, or the swim team, or the basketball team. I'm happy to do quick and easy fundraisers over the next 2 weeks. I can give between 20 and 25% of the total sales to your organization. PM me for details. So you don't give any host rewards, and we'll teach you how to do the rest of it. But you can offer these things and do them quick and dirty. Doesn't have to take long. You can turn them around real quickly, and we can help you figure out how to do that. It's either a party, or it's a bunch of catalog orders, or a combination of the 2 things. And I've done it both ways. So I've done it all 3 ways. We can help you with that. So this is a great time to offer fundraisers. School just started. Teams are just starting up. They all need money. Every organization needs, the PTO needs money. Everybody, all of them. And it's a great way to give them several $100s that they can, use. But the key is your confidence. You can offer a WOW party. WOW stands for within 1 week. Offer a WOW party. Maybe you can get your hands on a couple of extra little birthstone bracelets, or something else. Maybe you had a little extra jewelry from something that you could give away as a gift. It might be that you have some retired pieces from the past catalog still hanging around that you haven't done your sample sale yet at Christmas. So you might have some really pretty things that we're not selling any longer. And you can say, on top of your host rewards, you get a special gift, or you can go into a drawing for a massage or a manicure, or, whatever it is. You can come up with fun little things. Or it could be, today I saw the new little sunflower booking offer. So you post this little photograph that has some touchstone jewelry in it and a bunch of sunflowers in a mason jar. And they have to guess how many sunflower seeds, how many sunflower seeds are in the picture. And we know what the number is. The number is 612. And what happens is the people who come the closest to guessing the number will actually get to invite their friends over, 5 to 10 friends over, and you bring some wine and desserts and the jewelry. And it's like party in a bag kind of a thing. And we have ways of explaining how this works, but essentially the person who comes the closest in a 48-hour time frame is the one that you reach out to first and see if she wants to pick a date for a party. And then you could also offer it to several runners up. Anybody who comes anywhere close, you can offer this to. And you can, in fact, Liz, have you seen it on the team page yet? Sorry.
On Star Throwers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody posted it.
Okay. Maybe we can double check. Thank you.
I'll check now, but I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, maybe you can check it. I actually put it on my own personal wall because you can change the verbiage to a September party, like between now and September 30th kind of a thing, so that you get the parties in, right away. So that's another way to do it. It adds a little fun to it. It's a twist where you offer to bring a bottle of red and a bottle of white and a cheesecake or something like that, and you bring your jewelry. And yeah, it's going to cost you a couple pennies out of your pocket, but that's a party you would not have had otherwise. And then you do all your regular host coaching. The beautiful thing about a party that's a WOW, a wow party within 1 week, is that they don't have time to fuss over it. They don't have time to worry about it. All they have time to do is invite their friends 3 times. You keep it simple and dirty, quick and simple. It's such an easy format when you're inviting people so quickly and so close in. And the funny thing is, women know what they're doing next Thursday, for the most part, or Sunday afternoon. They know what they're doing this Sunday afternoon, most likely. And so the answers are yes or no. It's just pretty simple. So I want to encourage you to offer close-in dates, a wow party, a party using the sunflower seeds, that kind of thing, and doing that short-term focus. The third thing I want to suggest to you is to focus on the $99 kit. Offer the $99 kit to a whole raft of people and say, you know what, gosh, Wendy, I hope you're doing great. I haven't talked to you in such a long time. I wanted to mention to you that I'm having such a great time with my new Touchstone Crystal Jewelry business. And this month they're offering for all new consultants to get in for $99 plus shipping and tax. I didn't know if you were looking for something, but I thought you might like to take a look at it. And I'll send her the link, or maybe a photograph, link to either the catalog, or send her a photograph of my favorite photograph of the jewelry. Well, so here's what this does. So they'll see the picture of the jewelry, and she might be looking for something, but she's probably not. But that's okay, because a lot of times what they'll do is they'll say, no, I'm not really looking for anything, but I keep seeing all your pictures, and I really would like to do a party instead. Can I do a party? And so now you're feeding your party pipeline, because when you offer the best thing that's available, which is our business opportunity, a lot of times when they say no to that, they actually do want to book a party instead. This has happened to me so many times where I've gone to somebody and gone, she would be great at this. Oh my gosh, I really want her. But she doesn't want to do the business at all, but she really wants a party. So you just never know. But this is a great way to possibly pick up some new team members, and certainly a way to pick up some people who really want to do a party with you. Maybe in this month, maybe in the months to come. So a long-term focus, a short-term focus, and a focus on the $99 kit. The goal is not just to pull September out of our hats. The goal is to build a business that thrives, one that you're happy with, one that gives you what you want every month. Now, that's not always easy to do. It does take digging in and putting some emphasis and work into this. Here's the really funny thing that I finally was able to put into words recently for the first time. The only thing in this whole business, in this whole career plan, no matter how high you go in the rank, the only thing that's hard is booking a party. It's the only thing. Because going and doing the party is fun. Entering the orders is fun. I mean, it's just all, pretty easy and anybody can do it. The booking of the party is the thing that we get stumped on. But I want to tell you this. If you won't give up and if you will keep digging, ask for better verbiage, keep finding new names to offer it to, I promise you, if you don't stop offering, if you'll stop worrying and keep offering, you're going to get the parties you want. You absolutely will. It happens every time. My business sometimes stops and starts up again, stops and starts up again. It's just life, right? Life gets in the way. I would love to be able to tell you that I always book 2 parties from every party, and I always have all the parties I want on my calendar. I am so sorry to tell you that it is not the truth, but that's okay. I'm still a senior executive director, okay? It didn't keep me from reaching what I want, and it hasn't kept me from getting what I want most months either. I just have to work a little harder for it some months. I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to quit trying. I don't want you to give up discouraged and thinking, well, everybody else can do it but me. It isn't true. You can do it too. Yes, you're going to feel uncomfortable, but being uncomfortable never killed anybody. And honestly, it's usually a litmus test that will tell you that you're going to get what you want. If you stay comfortable, you're never going to get anything that you've never had before. It's just the way it works. I've had to learn this and prove this to myself time and time again. I'm a slow learner. And so I'm here to tell you, hang in there. Let us help you. You can do this. You can get those parties on the calendar. Even one party can unlock everything for you. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.